I don't know how to start. Holy fuck. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to warn you straight off the bat, this is going to be a long video. I started off with a little bag of empty products and slowly it's grown to be a bit like empty Jenga, where I'm balancing things on top of things in this bag. So this is going to be a long video, but I figured it might be handy to play in the background if you're getting ready, or I don't know, if you're doing cardio at the gym or something like that, it might help you pass your time. So essentially what this is going to be, it's going to be a really long empties video comprising all of the products I've used up over the last few months. Everything from makeup to skincare to body to personal hygiene to dental. I've got a lot of stuff in here, some really questionable stuff, so I'll be doing lots of mini reviews in this video. So I suppose the way to get cracking is to just launch in. If you'd like to go make yourself a cup of tea, grab yourself a glass of water, feel free, press pause. I'll be here when you get back. Okay, this actually can't go in any particular order because everything is so jumbled up. So I'm just gonna grab things, whatever I feel like. I'm gonna start with a dry shampoo. This is the Collab Unicorn Dry Shampoo. My friend Barry actually picked this up for me. I was on my way down to Clare to visit him, and I needed dry shampoo. I did not want to wash my hair and we were going out for drinks that night. So I asked him to nip into a chemist or a Boots and just to grab me any sort of dry shampoo, and this is the one he picked. And it was actually really, really good. He chose well, so Barry, if you're watching, I highly doubt it, but if you are, thank you, you did good. I would definitely buy it again. It's cruelty free and vegan. It smells really, really nice and did a really good job. I'm not actually a massive dry shampoo person. I'll only use it if I'm absolutely desperate, but this did the trick and it got me about a day extra out of my hair. Speaking of my hair, it's fucking horrendous. Anyway, next, the Ren Hot Cloth Cleanser. Amazing, amazing. I've clearly cut this open. A little tip, if you think you've gotten to the end of it, you haven't. Cut it open, you'll get 2 or 3 more goes out of it. My favorite de-makeupping cleanser of all time. I don't think I'm at liberty to say what's coming, but there's some very sad news coming about this product. I'm going to say no more. Another Ren product, the Gentle Cleansing Gel from the Evercalm range. Really enjoyed this. My skin went through a period where it was being really testy with me. I had new breakouts all the time, so when I switched to this, a much more gentle formula of cleansing gel, cleared right up. My skin looked phenomenal after switching to this. At the same time as I introduced this, I also introduced the clay cleanser for morning time. I use this just to get the gunk off my skin from overnight. I have very oily skin, so I found this excellent as well. So the combination of these two was phenomenal. Unfortunately, they're both sold out. I don't know if they'll be returning. God, there's a lot of skincare here. This is the Urban Veda Daily Soothing Facial Wash. I hated this face wash. I felt like it left a film on my skin. It is like natural and it prides itself for being against animal testing and it's approved by different societies, no parabens, but it left a horrendous film on my skin and I hated it, and I definitely think this caused some breakouts for me. So this is a no from me. The Beverly Hills Formula Teeth Whitening Strips. These are the one in the green box. There's one in a black box as well. That's charcoal. Don't recommend that, but these I definitely do recommend. In Ireland, there are laws in place that only allow a certain amount of peroxide in over-the-counter teeth whitening products. And given that that is in place, I think these are the best you're going to find for the money. They're not going to have you with a Hollywood dazzling smile. I just finished a course of them 3 days ago, I think, so my smile is pretty bright. I would say this is much better for brightening rather than extreme whitening, but I really liked them. No sensitivity issues or anything like that, and they're quite affordable. I got them on offer for a tenner. I'm on the hunt to find my forever deodorant that's natural, cruelty-free, and actually works. You'd think that wouldn't be such a big ask, but it is apparently. This is the Nordic Timber Ben and Anna Natural Soda Deodorant. This was the worst deodorant I've ever used. I'd actually argue that if I didn't put on deodorant, I would smell better than if I used this. I feel like this actually made my body odor way worse, so I definitely do not recommend that. That was a hard fail for me. I see a lot of people talking about the Weleda skin food. I got the body butter. I can't remember. I think I added it into an order because I wanted to get free shipping because I'm miserable like that. And I really enjoyed this. So during the start of COVID, when all of our hands were trying to get used to the extra hand washing, I found this really nice to use at night time. I slathered loads on, went to sleep, and I felt like it soothed my skin. I did fly through it though, even though I was conscious of not using too much. Smells gorgeous, really liked it. I think it was quite affordable too. Would I repurchase that? Yeah, I would. I actually would, yeah. More Ren products. The cleansing gel. This was my holy grail cleansing gel. However, I think they've changed the formula and I think it breaks me out now. It's also scented differently. Ren denied there's been a formula change. I'm skeptical. Don't recommend this anymore. I used to, but not anymore. Twice. The Clear Calm Clarity Restoring Mask. I really liked this as a gentle mask to use when my skin is feeling congested. You know when you just feel like your skin has extra texture on it and needs just to be removed? I feel like this was a really nice way of doing that, nice and gentle, and didn't inflame my skin in any way. Radiance Glow Daily Vitamin C Gel Cream. Really, really nice moisturizer. One of my favorites from the brand. I used this in the morning time and I did feel like it brightened my skin a bit. It's definitely expensive for how much you get though, so just bear that in mind. The Perfect Canvas Oil Cleanser. I'm still working through the other half of this. This is just to symbolize that. Don't recommend. Very expensive. Isn't that great a makeup remover. I much prefer the Hot Cloth Cleanser. This is the Luna by Lisa Jordan Clear Lip Gloss. I'm not even sure if they make this anymore. It came in a trio with some coloured lip glosses. Really enjoy this. I feel like it's like a hybrid between a balm and a gloss. It has like a minty tingly texture. It isn't one of those lip plumping ones that make you feel bee stung, but it definitely had a little bit of a tingle, a little bit of a minty sensation. This is called Pyrite. Didn't know that. And as you can see, I used the entire tube up. If that's available for single repurchase, I definitely would. Next! Now we're going to talk about hair care. These are from the same range by Kevin Murphy. These are the Hydrate Me Wash and Hydrate Me Rinse. Really enjoy these. I didn't actually get them. I didn't get it like until I went on a Kevin Murphy trip to London last year, and the stylist that did my hair, I was explaining to her how my scalp is super sensitive and I suffer with dry skin a lot. In fact, if you see like things on my scalp there, just be warned, I do have a lot of dry scalp at the moment. I definitely think it's linked to stress, but she suggested I use these by leaving the wash on my scalp for 5 minutes before rinsing out, and I definitely feel like that made a difference. I've repurchased myself again multiple times and I find these last me between 4 and 6 months. So even though they're a little bit more expensive than your supermarket brands, you don't fly through them as quickly. A little bit does go a long way. So definitely recommend these, and obviously it's a cruelty-free brand. Love it. And I love the packaging. It's really dinky and cute. Another deodorant. This is the Schmidt's Charcoal and Magnesium Deodorant. I actually really like this and I found it worked quite well, but as you can see, it's a grey colour and that can transfer onto your armpits. So that wasn't ideal, but it definitely did work, and I feel like of the natural deodorants, this is one of the better ones. I actually spotted this in Tesco recently. It's certainly not cheap. I think it's like 10 or 13 euro, something like that, and you will fly through it. But if you're looking for a good solid natural deodorant that's readily available, Tesco, and you'll get this, and I find it quite good. Just be wary of the grey colour and the fact that it may or will transfer. I've had laser hair removal, so I don't really shave that often, maybe 6 or 7 times a year. When I do, I use this shaving gel from Superdrug. If you didn't know, Superdrug's own brand is all cruelty free and all vegan friendly, so that's amazing, and it's obviously very affordable as well. This is the shave gel for dry skin. It contains vitamin E and it comes in a big tube like that, and I buy it whenever it's on offer. So it's like 2 for £4 or something like that. And I always have a stash of those ready to dip into. Let's talk about tan. This is one of my favorite tans of all time. It's the B-Tan. Ain't nobody got time for that. It's a 9-minute tan. I'll link my full review up here if you'd like to go and watch, but essentially it's it's in my top 5 favorite tans of all time. So easy, so fuss free, no staining of sheets. It's nice natural color, love. The Bare by Vogue lotion. Okay, so here's the thing. For a dark tan, Bare by Vogue is probably, yeah, it's my favorite if I want a really, really dark tan. I prefer the mousse formula. I find the lotion, while it looks flawless for the first 2 to 3 days, it starts to look way worse during wear off than the mousse does. I don't know, is that just me? I find it gathers way worse around the usual suspect areas, but if I want a dark tan that's going to look really good for 3 or 4 days and then start to look scabby, and I can afford to look scabby, I really like the Bare by Vogue. Sticking with the brand Bare by Vogue, I tried the self tan eraser. I don't really, there's only one self tan eraser that I really found excellent, and that was the Catwalk HQ one. I'm not sure if Catwalk even exists anymore as a brand. I must check that out actually. I've tried the Pennies one, I've tried the Dripping Gold one, I tried this one. It's probably better than most, but it's still not as good as the Catwalk one. They got that formula down. I would not repurchase this. Luna by Lisa hair treatment. I really like this, but pro tip, and they'd hate to hear me telling you this, what I do is I water it down so it's not quite as heavy on the hair, and I find it works just as well to detangle, but I really rate this. That's really affordable. I like. Here's the Bare by Vogue medium mousse. As I said before, this is my favorite of the dark tans, and I prefer the mousse formula to the lotion. Definitely. The wear off I find is much better, and it's easier to apply, less messy. Love. Look how dirty it is. Ugh. The Kevin Murphy Maxi Wash. This is a detox shampoo, and I was using this for the longest time in replacement of my shampoo. You're actually supposed to use this pre-shampoo. So what I do is I use this, leave it on the scalp for a few minutes, and then I use the Hydrate Me wash on top. Again, leave it for 5 minutes and then condition as normal. My scalp loves this combination. It's definitely not cheap, but as I said before, you don't go through it quickly, so it does end up lasting you in the long run. A beauty blender going into the bin. I definitely use this for way more than they recommend. I think they recommend you change it every 3 months. I definitely get close to a year out of these and they start to fall apart. Love the beauty blender. I tried the Morphe sponge. Nothing in comparison to beauty blender. You just can't beat it. The Real Techniques one is a reasonable, I won't say dupe, it's not the same, but you can't beat beauty blender, you just can't. Ren's Evercam Global Protection Cream. I really like this actually. It doesn't contain any SPF, so I feel like the protection aspect is kind of misleading, but as a moisturizer I find it really nice. I use this during the day. This is probably, yeah, this is my favorite moisturizer of all time from the Ren range. There's so much Ren in here, holy fuck. My favorite toothpaste, I've used it for years. It's the Beverly Hills formula. I use basically any variant. I don't like the blue one. I think it's called Optic Blue, but I like any of the black ones, the sensitive or the normal. I love them, love them. This was gifted to me by a friend, I think. This is the Pure Potions Skin Salvation Daily Moisturizing Cream. What really confused me about this was it doesn't say whether it's for face or for body, so I used it on my body. I get really dry skin on the tops of my arms, and it was perfectly adequate for that. Probably wouldn't repurchase though, it wasn't that special. Let's skip to some makeup for a change from body care. My favorite foundation of all time. I have 2 bottles on the go. I have 2 bottles in my empties. This is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage. It comes in like little dropper bottles. Whenever I get compliments on my makeup or my foundation, it's always when I'm wearing this. I'm wearing it right now. I have it in a range of shades. Well, no, I have 2 shades at the moment. One that's too dark for me and one that's really light that I can wear on my pale days. And I mix the 2 depending on what stage of tan I'm at. Clearly at the moment, I'm at 0. Milk coloured, but yeah, I will always repurchase these. They're only like 8 quid. Can't beat them, and they look phenomenal in photographs. Love. I've ran through 2 tubes, my favourite lip gloss of all time. I'm wearing it right now. It's the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss in Pink Cosmo. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more in front of me. I will never be without this lip gloss. I swear to God, I call it the man magnet, and it works. Men are drawn to this. Trust me. This is a Soap and Glory Sexy Mother Pucker Gloss in the shade Candy Queen. Really, really nice one. It's quite similar to the e.l.f. one, only this has glitter in it. And again, it's got that lip plumping property. It's a little bit of a stronger plump than the e.l.f., so it's a little bit more obvious. Whenever I go into work wearing this, my boss always asks me if I've had the lips done. Always. Favorite mascara of all time. I've been using this for literal years. I'm still using it. I have it on me right now. A new tube, obviously. It's the Catrice Glam and Doll Curl and Volume Mascara in the dark purple tube. I love it. Can't be without it. It's the best one I've found, and it's only like a £5. The Note Cosmetics Precision Eyeliner, one of the best I've ever tried. A really inky black colour. The nib made it super easy to get a fine point for your wing, and it didn't flake or crack off during the day, which I find a lot of the cheaper brands can do. Love this. I think it's about 12 quid. Love. Mascara by Catrice, the Iconista Waterproof Lash Millionaire. Now, first of all, waterproof, but also aside from that, this was not good. I think I actually got a sty and ended up having to toss this, but I was coming to the end of it anyway, and I wasn't too upset because it wasn't that great. Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder. I loved this for baking under the eyes and in oily areas and setting the face. It was just a bit of a nightmare because it's loose, but I definitely like this and I 100% would repurchase. It's really, really nice, hefty packaging too. Best concealer in the entire world. Catrice, man, they just get me. Between the foundation, the concealer, the mascara, they have my basics all covered. This is the Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. It's one of the Dove Foot applicator ones. I fly through these. I have 2 more in my drawer there at the moment, and I go between the shades 005 and 007. Love it. I'm wearing it again today. I'm still a little bit tired, so it hasn't covered everything, but I find this phenomenal. And I am getting older, so I am getting lines under my eyes, but I find that doesn't crease that much much on my under eye area. Another tan from the brand B-Tan. This is one I didn't actually particularly care for. This is Tanned AF. It's the 1 hour self tan and it's marked to be dark. I found this to be a little bit patchy on my skin. Didn't apply as well as the other ones, which are my favorite. I like the 9-minute one. Ain't nobody got time for that. And Fake It Till You Make It, which is an hour-long one. This one just didn't work as well for me. Make that 3 of the e.l.f. gloss. I asked on Instagram if the Dr. Paw Paw lip balm was any good, and I had probably 80% of people saying it was amazing and 20% saying it was just glorified Vaseline. I got it, and I definitely side with the majority on this one. This is the best lip balm I've ever used in my entire life. I use it every single night before I go to bed. When I have a tube in my handbag, I always venture towards it. I'm trying to get through other lip balms at the moment. This is fucking phenomenal. I love it. Another deodorant, the Tisserand Rose and Geranium Leaf. Shite. The Body Shop Potted Lip Balm in the mango flavour. Smells good, but it was shite. I've a couple of tubes of the Ren Keep Young and Beautiful Instant Brightening Beauty Eye Shot. One in the old packaging, one in the new. I really liked this. I felt like this was a bra for under your eye. It just gave an instant lift. I really enjoyed this. It's very expensive though. I have one more to go through, but when I'm done, I think I might try to find an alternative. To be quite honest, because I don't really like the direction that Ren is going in with regard to changing formulas and maybe being a little bit dishonest about it. But yeah, really good product. I really liked it. The May May hand sanitizer in the Hawaii Aloha watermelon flavour. Really like this, but I mean, it's hand sanitizer. It did the job, it smelled nice, it was really handy to have in my car. I liked it. There's a couple more things there, but honestly, they're quite boring. They're body care stuff, so I'm just going to dump them. This is the Catrice HD Active Performance Primer SPF 30. I actually really enjoyed using this. However, you get so little in it, and in order to apply enough to get the sun protection factor stated on the bottle, you probably have to apply a lot, and with primer, less is more often than not more. But it was nice to have a little bit of extra protection on top of my like normal SPF, which in case you're curious is the ASAP one. I'm almost completely out, I need to repurchase that. But yeah, I really liked this for what it was, but I wouldn't repurchase, not for the SPF factor anyway. For the primer factor I definitely would, but not for sun protection. Tweezerman eyelash curlers that broke only about 4 months into having them. I messaged Tweezerman and they were of no assistance to me. They said it's not our problem. So that was a bit shit, especially for such expensive eyelash curlers. So I will not be repurchasing Tweezerman anything really, because their customer service proved to be shocking. Another mini tube of the Dr. Paw Paw. So guys, that is everything if you're still with me. Thank you so much for watching my video. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye! Mwah.